first to come onto the stage this evening is Paul F., who has spoken in the past at Ignite, as have a few of our speakers today. So if you can welcome Paul to the stage, and he's going to talk about starting with the dream. I wonder if it's got kind of weird flashy lights in it.
I want you to dream with me. Imagine you're walking down a soft path surrounded by trees. That is mobile. You can smell the morning dew settled on the leaves. You can hear a pair of blackbirds chirping to each other. A wiry grey-haired man beams as he rides his ancient yellow bike in an adjacent lane. And as you near your destination, you look up to see the cheerful liver birds well above the city. The Strand urban forest is just 13 years old. And in 13 short years, trees, bushes and wildflowers replaced tyres, tarmac and petrol fumes. That's just one dream. Now let me take you to 3 cities with their own dreams. And first we're going to Bordeaux, possibly the most beautiful city in France. But you're going to have to take my word for it, because this is how it looked before the Great Transformation. So Bordeaux was a bit of a victim of its own success, very wealthy, embraced car culture, ruined its waterfront, ruined everything that made it one of the most beautiful cities in France. This is the waterfront, 8 lanes of traffic and even more car parking. That is prime real estate in Bordeaux. That bridge is like in all the old postcards. But the people of Bordeaux had a dream that they wanted to reclaim their city. And that's exactly what they did. They built an urban garden.
Oh no, don't do that.
Built an urban garden and a brand new tram. That long strip of grass you can see is a tramway built in Bordeaux by Bordeaux-based engineers. This water feature, by day it keeps people cool, and in the evening it's illuminated to provide like a focal point for people to gather. And gather they do. The people of Bordeaux really like to hang out in their new waterfront. Second, we're going to Utrecht in the Netherlands. It's a medieval city, used to be surrounded by a moat, and you could actually sail or paddle the whole perimeter of the city. Until in the 70s, they decided to convert the moat into a motorway, at least part of it. So the residents who used to live near a nice waterway now live next to cars and traffic and pollution. It went through part of the old town. As you can see, these 2 towers are going to give you a really useful comparison point for the people of Utrecht had a dream. We want to convert this motorway back into a waterway, a thriving waterway, and that's exactly what they did, as you're about to see. Wow. Well, hey, so they turned it back into a really nice waterway with footpaths, cycle lanes, wildflowers, trees, and you can paddleboard all the way around the city again. This is part of the old town. It's not just the old town, the canal, well, the new, whatever you call it, waterway, goes into the modern part. This did used to be a road now, so all the office workers, people working Primark, they get to come down and enjoy the water as well. And it all started with a dream. And third and finally, we're going to Paris with my favourite politician. She was recently re-elected on the promise of removing half of Paris's car parking spaces. That's 70,000 parking spaces she's getting rid of. This is the Champs-Élysées, which I'm sure you know is the most beautiful street in Paris. I think it maybe was once. At the end you can see the Arc de Triomphe just about through the smog. Fantastic monument, the Arc de Triomphe, as you're about to see. You can reach it across the 8 lanes of traffic that surround it. But the mayor has taken a very bold step. Next year they are creating an extraordinary garden. So this whole area is being transformed into a sort of urban park. There are still cars, you'll notice, but they're only for residents and businesses. So you can't drive through without living there, basically. A lot of the land has been reclaimed. It will be reclaimed. This is the Champs-Élysées again, looking much nicer. I hope you'll agree. Still cars, too many cars. Still some cars. And lots of wildlife, I'm just going to have to shout, and pedestrians and street things. So, as campaigners, we often know what we want less of. Less driving, less flying, less meat eating. But are we clear about what we want more of? What's our dream? So if not, how can we expect others to get on board with our ideas? So when you are pushing for change, take the time to imagine the future that you want to see and start with the dream. Thank you.